Good evening and welcome to the City of Roswell Mayor and City Council meeting of Monday, January 27th, 2025. I am Mayor Kurt Wilson. I'd like to acknowledge my colleagues and council members present, beginning with Councilmember Sarah Beeson, Councilmember Christine Hall, Councilmember Lee Hills and Pro Tem, Councilmember David Johnson, Councilmember William Mortland, Councilmember Alan Sells. I'll now turn it over to our City Administrator, Mr. Randy Knighton, to explain how the meeting is run. Mr. Knighton.
Thank you, Mayor Wilson, and good evening, everyone. In accordance with Section Chapter 3.70 of the City Code, the City Council shall hold regular public meetings. The purpose of City Council meetings are for the public to participate on and speak on agenda items which constitute formal decisions by the elected body. These items are listed on the published agenda, which can be accessed via the city website prior to the meeting. This is a public meeting, and some items do require a formal public hearing. An important component of City Council meetings are to hear directly from residents on these items listed on the agenda. Residents are at the top of the organizational chart for the City of Roswell. Therefore, comments and questions are essential for Mayor and Council to consider as they contemplate each decision. If you would like to speak on an item, we ask that you fill out a comment card, which is located at the back of the room. In order to ensure an accurate record of the meeting, we ask that everyone observe the principles of mutual respect and display the appropriate demeanor during the course of the meeting this evening, which should be and is reflective of this great community. With respect to the proceedings, we ask that attention is given to the person speaking, and if it is necessary for anyone to have an independent conversation, we ask that you exit the rear doors of the council chambers to the vestibule area. In addition, we ask that you silence any electronic devices at this time. The mayor is the presiding officer of the meeting and will ensure the orderly exchange of comments, questions, and discussion leading to decision-making by the elected body. We encourage everyone in attendance and the viewing audience to visit the city website for meetings, events, and departmental information. We also encourage everyone to participate in the various activities and offerings here in the City of Roswell. And please access Roswell365.com for a calendar of events. There are a number of events upcoming in the City of Roswell which promote community, physical activity, and leisure as we all make Roswell the #1 family community in America. Mayor Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Knighton, as always. I have the great privilege of asking our Roswell Fire Department Chaplain, Dory Griggs, to come to the front and lead us in the invocation and moment of silence.
Good evening, Happy New Year. I think this is my first time this year. Please join me. Holy One, we pray for your blessings on the proceedings tonight, for wisdom and discernment for our city leaders, so that they may make decisions with the best interest of all our residents. We ask for special blessings on the lives of all members of our military. Tonight we lift up special thanks for the service of United States Army Corporal Samantha Tompkins. Please keep our public safety professionals in the fire, police, and 911 communications departments safe as they work to keep our community safe. We give you thanks for this beautiful city, our state, and our country. Amen.
Amen. As always, Dory, thank you, and welcome to 2025. It's always a joy to have you. You do always such a fantastic job. Thank you, Dory. At this time, I am extremely privileged to ask United States Army Corporal Samantha Tompkins to please come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Corporal Tompkins. I'm going to ask you to stay right there. I'm going to ask the council to come down and join me for the first item under the mayor's report, which is a reading of the Proclamation for Esteemed Veteran of Roswell Award.
For being here. This is my favorite part of our meetings.
Thank you so much.
So thank you for all you've done for our country.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Proclamation, Office of the Mayor, Corporal Samantha Tompkins, esteemed veteran. Whereas Samantha Tompkins honorably enlisted in the United States Army in 2007 at the age of 32, embarking on a career of distinguished military service. Whereas Corporal Samantha Tompkins completed basic training at Fort Jackson, where the graduation ceremony was graced by the presence of President George W. Bush, marking a memorable beginning to her military journey. And whereas Corporal Samantha Tompkins served with dedication as an ammunition specialist, contributing significantly to the readiness and safetiness of her units. And whereas Corporal Samantha Tompkins pursued special training to become an equal opportunity corporal, demonstrating leadership and commitment by training cadets in war tactics and suicide prevention, ensuring both preparedness and mental resilience within the ranks. Whereas Corporal Samantha Tompkins was awarded the Army Commendation Medal in recognition of her excellent service in training troops and reflecting her unwavering dedication and superior performance. Whereas Corporal Samantha Tompkins bravely served in Iraq, working as a first line of defense on the gates, protecting her unit and ensuring the safety of her comrades. And whereas Corporal Samantha Tompkins continued to exemplify the values of determination and self-improvement by earning 3 degrees, culminating in a master's in psychology and organizational leadership after completing her service in July of 2015. And whereas Corporal Samantha Tompkins continues to serve the community by speaking on PTSD and encouraging others to find their voice, thereby making a profound impact on the lives of fellow veterans and civilians alike. And whereas Corporal Samantha Tompkins achieved the rank of corporal, leaving the United States Army with honor and distinction. Now therefore, I, Kurt M. Wilson, Mayor of the City of Roswell, Georgia, do hereby name Corporal Samantha Tompkins, an esteemed veteran of Roswell, and call upon all our citizens to recognize her outstanding service to our country and our community, and that there is no higher calling than those who serve the United States Armed Forces. Congratulations, Corporal Tompkins. You get the microphones.
There's only one thing that I want to say, and that is how amazing Roswell is. This is a beautiful city, and you guys continue to strive for excellence, and I love that about the city of Roswell. Thank you guys so much.
Wow. Great job. Let's get, yes, look at this, flowers. Yep.
Thanks for being here.
What's wrong with you? Well, on the heels of celebrating Corporal Samantha Tompkins, one of those wonderful people who have served our country so admirably and continue to serve our community. I want to remind us of today is a somber day. Today is the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz. And I refer to you, my fellow residents of Roswell, to a column written yesterday in the AJC. It's on the first page. The most part of the article is on page A16, Alpha 16. And I refer you to read this because I think it's a responsibility that we all have. I remember being 9 years old in fourth grade in 1971, which was just 26 years removed from the end of the Second World War. So it was still fresh in the minds of many. And I had the great privilege of being taught in great detail about the Holocaust when I was 9 years old, and considered it a privilege. Yesterday's article reflects the life of a man named Murray Lynn, who survived the Holocaust, who, when he was discovered, the liberation of troops, the Allied troops, was 70 pounds. He was one of the fortunate ones to survive the great horrors of the Holocaust of World War II. His daughter is still alive, Roberta Lynn Weschler, and is obviously, like me, getting older. And so I point this out to my fellow citizens that we have a responsibility, we have a duty to not forget the kinds of events that have been kind of forgotten over the last generation. And so I beg of you and I plead of you to take time to read the article from yesterday from the AJC, to familiarize yourself and remind yourself so that we will pass this on to the generation that exists today and the next generation, because we cannot forget these kind of horrors. And so that is my plea of you tonight. Thank you. Lee, I believe I have one special person that I would like to acknowledge before we go to you and do the updates and events. There is a person who has terrified the halls, the city halls, for the last 40 years, and terrified all of us elected officials, and will continue to terrify us. I'm joking, of course, but probably the most active resident that probably has existed in the city, and is an ambassador of goodwill for our city, and an outspoken critic, and says what she believes is the truth, no matter who it offends, including yours truly. Today is also a very special birthday. It's the birthday of Janet Russell. So please join me in saying thank you. And no, Janet, there's no flowers and no gifts and nothing. That's it.
I was expecting Prosecco with lobster like that.
Yeah. But happy birthday.
Thank you.
And the floor is yours, Lee.
All right. Happy birthday, Janet. January birthdays are great, aren't they, Mayor?
We're Aquariuses. We're out to save the world.
Oh, I'm a Capricorn. But anyway,
Sorry.
thank you. So, to find out about Miss Russell's birthday party, go to Roswell365.com. I'll just not disclose her local address, not tonight anyway. But I will remind you that if you have any sort of event with your neighborhood, a nonprofit, your faith organization, or anything else that you'd like to publicize an event going on to our community, please go and register on Roswell365.com, and you can put together your own account for free and then post your own information on there. It will expire at the designated date that you put in there, but it's a great way to get information out about your specific event, and you can also find out what's going on in the city of Roswell, so take a look on there. Lots of things being loaded in. The next time we meet for a council meeting, we will be in February. So I'm proud to tell you a few things up and coming with Roswell Roots, which is the largest Black History Month event, I believe, in the Southeast. As far as our programming goes, the depth and the breadth of what we put on each year, and I'm proud to call our city #1 in that respect. So we are kicking off Roswell Roots in February, and here are some things I want to just draw to your attention. The Atlanta Community Symphony Orchestra will present their 6th concert in Roswell during Black History Month. Titled Rooted, the event celebrates Black heritage and the influence of Black musicians on classical music. It takes place on February 8th at 4 p.m. at Pleasant Hill Church, Roswell's oldest Black church. The concert features gospel spirituals by the Pleasant Hill Praise Team. Special guest cellist Ismail Akbar from Spelman College will be in attendance, and the concert is free, with parking available next to the church. Don't miss this inspiring musical experience. Also, we have at the Roswell Roswell Cultural Arts Center, Friday, February the 7th, the night before, 7:30 to 9:30, is the winner of American Idol Season 2, Mr. Ruben Studdard, will be there. So he's a hot rod. He is the Roswell Roots 2025 headliner. He's also a platinum recording artist and will headline Roswell Roots with this masterpiece tour. Experience the soulful sound that has made the Velvet Teddy Bear a hit maker on R&B and gospel charts in the intimate setting of the Roswell Cultural Arts Center. And if any of you are big fans of Luther Vandross, who is legendary, he's a lot like that, only younger, better, and unfortunately we lost Luther some years back, but great music, so I encourage you to check that one out. That is a ticketed event. The Black Experiences in Roswell at Barrington Hall. This is Saturday, February 1st from 10:30 to 2 p.m., or 10:30 and 2 p.m. Join a guided tour at Barrington Hall that delves into the Black experiences in Roswell from its early days through post-emancipation. Discover the untold stories of the enslaved individuals and their significant contributions to the historic estate. Gain a deeper understanding of their lives, resilience, and enduring legacy in shaping this community. We also have, I believe this is a Comeback Kid event, the Blacktop Improv. This is also at Roswell Cultural Arts Center. This one is Saturday, February 1st, so that's right around the corner, coming up, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. And this is Roswell Roots, another kickoff event. Clean, clever comedy with the nation's leading African-American comedy troupe will kick off the Roswell Roots Festival 2025 with riotous laughter. This group of longtime friends and collaborators boasts 6 internationally known stand-up comedians among its ranks who have appeared on BET, HBO, Comedy Central, and they're tried, true, funny, and guaranteed to make you giggle. There's a lot more regarding Roswell Roots that's on Roswell365.com. You can also search that up on the roswellgov.com site, and it'll take you to Roswell 365. But we've got a full gamut of excitement and fun things for the month of February. Other upcoming Roswell events, we have the Civilian Response to Active Shooter event. This is hosted by the Computer Museum of America, Wednesday, January 29th, so that's day after tomorrow, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Learn how to keep yourself and loved ones safe in the event of an active attacker. Our very own Roswell Police Department will hold a free community training on civil response to active shooter events hosted by the CMA, Computer Museum of America. The training will cover relevant research on active attack events, the human stress response, and the ADD model of avoid, deny, and defend. We also have adult cooking classes made for 2, and this one's labeled upscale. Art Center at East Roswell Park. This is this coming Saturday, February 1st, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. is a class designed for couples, friends, and significant others. The first half of the class will be preparing food, while the second half is enjoying the meal with others. Menus will be announced the week before the class. I have a feeling if you look that up, you can find that out right away. We also have, I know this is a hit with a lot of my big-time reader friends, leisure and otherwise, research, winter book sale at the Roswell Library. This is Saturday, February 8th, so that's a week from this weekend, and that's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Friends of the Roswell Library are excited to announce their first book sale of 2025. Don't miss this fantastic opportunity to discover new reads and to support our local library, featuring cookbooks, children's books, treasures from the storage unit, and much more. So visit Roswell365.com see what you don't have on your calendar that you need to plug in and not miss. And we hope to see you around Roswell, particularly for our Roswell Roots programming, which is a must-see, and you won't get another chance until this time next year. Back to you, Mayor.
Thanks, Lee. Thanks so much. Thus endeth the mayor's report. Next is the consent agenda. There are 4 items on tonight's consent agenda. Does council have any questions or comments regarding the consent agenda? Being that they're not, I'll ask, are there any Roswell residents that would like to speak on the consent agenda? Being that there are not, I bring it back. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda? Motion is made by Councilmember Johnson, seconded by Councilmember Hills. Please, by a show of hands, if you're in favor of passing the consent agenda, please raise your hands. Let the record state that the vote is unanimous and the consent agenda is passed. Thank you very much. Next is the regular agenda. The first item is public safety. The liaison member is Councilmember Sarah Beeson. Sarah, would you read the first item under public safety?
Yes, Mayor. We have, under Public Safety Department, we have an appeal of denial of massage establishment license at 10711 Alpharetta Highway. This will be presented by Chief Conroy, and I believe that there has been a request for deferral for this item.
Yes, good evening, Mayor and Council. We are requesting a deferral on this item.
Thank you, Chief. A motion for deferral?
Motion made.
Motion made by Councilmember Beeson, second for deferral, second by Councilman Johnson. All in favor of deferral, please raise your hands. Let the record show that deferral is unanimous. Thank you, Chief. All right. Next is on the agenda is the City Attorney's report. City Attorney Davidson, would you read the item under City Attorney's report?
Thank you, Mayor. I would actually like to remove my recommendation for closure.
I think that will be accepted. All right, being that there are no other items, this mayor and council meeting of January 27th, 2025 is adjourned. Thank you very much.